Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Polkadot's price chart. And now in here, I am able to identify some optimistic signs, but I don't really believe that we are completely out of the woods yet. So if you remember, the last time that we were on Polkadot's chart, we were, I think, right around this area. And the idea was that if you want to be bullish and you want to count on a move on the upside, a huge one starting from the current point, and be able to argue, you know what? This is one, and two, about here we are having a correction for wave 2, and right now it's pumping time into wave 3, 4, 5. Then okay, you have to consider the possibility of having a 1-2 scenario, and we said this can be 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree it's going to be into this wave 3 and 4 and 5, and even that one is going to be into this wave 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. And if you remember, we did have a very important invalidation point for at least this bullish scenario, and it was taking this important slow down here about $3.6. So as long as we're not taking that, I'm going to argue probably in Polkadot we are on our way to cook something really special. Now, what is happening right around the current area? So here is what's going on in my mind. So I think that this is probably, excuse me, from here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is correction down, and the current move up that we are having is most likely another impulsive structure on the upside, and the next move is going to decide what might be next in Polkadot. And for example, are we going to get a massive move down, or maybe a continuation of the move up, and maybe this point right in here is the end of our wave 2. You see, in like very short time, you are allowed to consider two different counts, but both of them do actually end up with the same conclusion. What? One scenario suggests that this is an ABC zigzag, and from the current point, if you see a strong move down, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, without a lot of overlapping of the waves, at that point, count on this move to continue a little bit in order to take the lowest low down here. And believe it or not, at that point, I'm just going to argue, look, these are the subways for an ABC zigzag. And since this is kind of a deep move on the upside, at least so far, well, okay, you can argue even if we are having an ABC in the next phase down in Polkadot, yeah, okay, fair enough, we are going to take the lows, but we're not really going to go a whole lot lower, since there seems to be a balance between bears and bulls. On the other hand, there's also a chance that this is going to be the end of our correction, and if that's the case, then okay, what you want to see in Polkadot is actually a consolidation followed by another move up, because at that point, guess what? Yep, you are able to say, look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave off of this point, which is a great sign suggesting, yep, we have hit most likely our final bottom. Now, overall in Polkadot, if you really do not care about the short-term price action, and for example, it's not really your concern what is going to happen in the next couple of weeks, may I suggest just have your eyes on this unbelievably important region, which is from daily and also weekly time frame at the same time. And the moment that you see a very strong move up in Polkadot, why am I saying a very strong move? Because again, if this count is happening, we are having a series of 1-2s, meaning the next moves on the upside that we are going to get are going to be into a series of wave 3s, which one very important characteristic of a wave 3 is what? Yes, being quite strong and sharp. So again, the moment that you see a strong bounce in Polkadot, in order to get back above this level, do a consolidation pattern above it, and then another move up. At that point, you are allowed to be bullish with like much more confidence. And by the way, I'm not really sure if you are a classic pattern kind of people, but if you like them, let's go on this chart, excuse me. Okay, so you see, technically you might be able to say this is a head and shoulder structure, and is it confirmed or not? And by that I mean, are we getting a confirmed break of the neckline or not? So let's just draw our neckline right in here. So okay, here's the thing, you can technically argue that this is our initial breaking phase, pullback, and if this is going to continue and in it we take this important height, you know what, that's going to be a very good sign suggesting maybe this head and shoulder is happening and it is going to send the price up. And what can be a likely target for it? This is my final point. I'm not going to waste your time anymore, sorry about that. Okay, let's just measure the height of our head and shoulder and put it at our breaking point. Yes, this is giving you about a $6.5 Polkadot, meaning from the current point, we can expect like a 40% move on the upside, which is definitely not that bad. So for like very short time, all eyes on the next move and see what the shape of it is going to look like. Overall, if you do not care about what is happening in here, okay, please have your eyes on this important area, which the higher band of it is about $5 region. If we get back above it, then okay, at that point, our move up, I think, is going to accelerate quite a bit. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polkadot. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.